Hello and welcome to the final round of my birthday battles with me, Rebecca Walker, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi. Rebecca Walker doesn't quite sound natural yet.
I know, it still feels weird saying Rebecca Walker instead of Rebecca Gillard, but never mind. We have Alex on the left playing... Alex? Jesus, where did Alex come from?
Alex? Where's Alex?
I mean, he was there, I think, just not on the camera, right? We have Adam on the left playing Bara Brotherhood. And on the right, we have Callum playing Stark Winter. And so we did see Adam in a previous game. And I don't think we've seen Callum so far this tournament. So we have our setups. Callum has a Great John, a Rickon, and I think that's a Northern Armoury down the bottom there.
It is. And
on the left, Adam has a Dragonstone port. No, yeah? Yeah. So Davos, Angai the Archer, and I didn't quite catch what the attachment was, unfortunately, but there is an attachment on him as well. And we have our opening plots of Winter Reserves into A Time of Plenty.
Wow, classic winter versus summer openers. You don't often see Time of Plenty that much anymore. But as we mentioned before, Adam's stuck in 2018, whereas Callum has evolved.
With Winter Reserves?
Yeah, still quite a recent plot.
And just as a reminder to people that haven't been following the rest of this little series, this tournament was a randomly allocated agenda tournament. So it does mean that no one in the tournament was playing the same agenda as anyone else, and everyone was given their agenda randomly. So the players here have adapted their decks to this agenda. So Adam feeling that Bara is the best one to go with out of Brotherhood, which makes sense. And Callum there, Stark Winter, again, pretty strong deck type, which is why these guys have made it to the final.
Just the final?
I think. Or King of Swiss.
King of Swiss.
King of Swiss. But we don't have any games after this.
Oh, don't we?
No.
Oh, so you don't get to see my glorious win.
Oh, yeah, you won it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. As if you won my birthday tournament.
I've been mugged off.
You have a little bit. No, unfortunately, we lost... Well, we didn't lose the footage. The footage from the other camera was a bit dodgy. So we don't have the games on the other camera.
Cool. Oh, well.
Which is probably a good thing because, you know, getting late into the afternoon here and people drinking, so...
Yeah, but my deck was fun. I had Barrow Crossing with Renly and all his wildling buddies.
What?
It was great. Oh, well.
Oh, well. I'm sorry that we missed your deck, darling.
Never mind.
So, on Callum's side, his marshalling has included an Old Gate and a House Mandolin Knight. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah? I got it right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we also had a marriage pact put onto Angai the Archer. So
Angai?
Oh, how do you say his name?
Angai.
Angai. Adam there has just played Consolidation of Power, kneeling out the Knight and Rickon there gaining the power, which makes total sense because Rickon is the one most likely to be sacrificed to stop a search or killed for claim. He's not doing very much otherwise. But Callum still has that restanding Great John if he can get his military challenge through and win it.
Yeah, consolidation proving to be value.
I mean, Callum...
He'd now out most of Callum's board now with just 1 gold.
I mean, he did have a very small board. That is part of the tempo loss by putting the marriage pact on Angai. But he obviously felt like a non-kneeling military icon was a bit too much of a pain in the ass to deal with. We do also have some marshalling on Adam's side. So we have Lemon Cloak.
Lemon Cloak.
That's not right, is it? Lemon Cloak.
Lemon Cloak. I like it. That's a new one.
Oh, bog off. And a Red Priest also there from Adam. So we've got a Arya's Gift, a Gates of the Moon, and Eddard. A Fat Cat. And
some good characters there. Not too many chud.
No, which probably explains why he put out the marriage pact instead of another character. He didn't quite have enough.
Adam's scared of the fat cat.
Fat cat can be fast. As we just saw from the European Melee final.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm paying attention to this shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Chris, on your win.
Yeah,
Team
nice
Stark,
work.
woo.
Alright, well don't milk it, will you?
Pretty
Oh
dead.
yeah, well done Chris in his
Team Stark.
Stark house with the red door car hold.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't think it was actually Stark with the house with the red door car hold in the final. Because there was also another Stark house with the red door car hold in the final. And then when Joe Harrison announced car hold, Musen was like, well, no point in me doing car hold now. I think he might have chose Skagos.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure people will correct me if I am wrong. So yeah, all good fun. Stark wins the melee.
If only war was melee.
What, so Chris would win and you wouldn't?
Chris would win for Team Stark.
Yeah, but if only Chris gets wins and you get losses.
Shh.
Mind you, you have Louise, who is
Yeah.
infamous melee player.
Yeah. I've basically built myself a melee team for Thrones War, haven't I?
No, you've got 2 melee players.
Shh.
You're bad at melee.
I am terrible at melee.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm too trusting and naive.
Too trusting.
I am. Bloody Bamfield, while I'm on the topic, not that I'm ranting or anything, he's always like, hey Rebecca, I'll do this if you do this. And I'm like, okay Bambi. And then he's like, ha sucker. And then he does it every time. And at the beginning of the game, he'll be like, Rebecca, remember, I always keep my promises. And I'm like, no, you're the one who doesn't keep your promises. And he's like, yeah, it's true. And I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore. So yeah, that.
That was a cool story. I'm really
Thank you.
glad you told me.
You're welcome.
Bambi was on my table when I giant Tavares in melee like 2 or 3 times in a row.
I was on your table though, wasn't I?
I think you was actually. Yeah.
When you did it 3 times in one game.
I think it was twice, and then someone intrigued both the other Tavares
yeah,
and
that
giants
was it.
out my hand.
Oh no. So Callum has played the Withering Cold here, and Adam has played Forced March. Jeez, we'll get it out eventually. Which means that Callum was probably hoping to get the Great John just, restanding from his ability. But instead, both of his cards are knelt, which can be a bit of a pain in the butt for him to get them restood again with the Withering Cold. So ideally, Callum here would like to see probably Robb Stark. That will help him to restand the board at least. But he needs a Chud or something that he can, sacrifice or get rid of.
Yeah,
Something
that worked
to
out
keep it
so
down.
very well for Adam because he got an Anguy who cannot even participate in challenges, so he was pretty nice fodder to Neil
Exactly.
to get rid of Callum's board. So Callum's entire board is knelt. So it was just unlucky. Like, I hate playing Withering Cold into my opponent's Forced March.
Yeah.
It's just horrible.
On the plus side, though, Callum has managed to find Robb, and he's played a Great Hall to help play out Robb, and then also played Skagos, saving a gold, which is interesting, unless he's going to Skagos his own Robb.
What for?
Yeah, exactly. That wouldn't restand the board, right?
No, because it's Skagos Rob, and then while reacting to the sacrifice, there's no Rob on the table to react. So then all the reactions to the sacrifice happen, and then Rob comes back onto the board. So it wouldn't work.
Yeah, because it's in like a nested window, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nested reaction window. So yeah, that does not work.
Yeah, because Rob would leave, and then technically that's when the reaction to someone being sacrificed would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we know you can't do that. But, maybe for next turn you can play out a Chud, use Skagos on it, and then get his board restood.
Yeah.
But Adam's in a strong position here. He's got 3 characters standing.
If the Mandalay Knight dies, then at least great job. Great job and Ron. Great job and Ron on the board there.
Oh dear. But yeah, if Adam gets through a military challenge, at least, as you say.
Ooh, that's a really good military icon for Adam.
Yeah, get rid of that marriage pact.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much at this stage, to be honest. But because Angar is not going to stand at the end of this round, so he's still out for this round and next round.
Maybe, but this is a good opportunity for Adam to actually win the military, while Callum doesn't have a lot of military icons standing.
You don't really want Callum to stand his board, though, do you?
I mean, it would just be the Great John that stands. The knight would still be knelt anyway, or dead, most likely, even. So, Callum then passing challenges, and the Red Priest there, going in for an intrigue with unopposed and the claim of the Eddard, which is a good pull.
Yep.
I think if we could hear Callum, he'd be saying, "Of course.
Of course.
Of course."
Of course.
A Power of Davos, which is going through unopposed and claim. And then the military. So, of course, that goes last. And the marriage pact there being removed. And triggering Rob to restand his Great John. Which means that Callum does win Dom. Oh, not allowed to stand that, Adam.
Yeah, calm down, Adam. Keep your ear on, lad.
So I don't know if Adam forgot about the plot, but he did do all 3 challenges and now has a board completely knelt.
Compared to Callum's standing board.
Yeah. I mean, Callum's not got a big board, but they're big bodies. And it's always nice to have something standing.
He had a crescent for the marriage pact anyway.
What, in hand?
Yeah, he just discarded it to reserve.
Oh.
So, I mean, you don't really want a martial crescent near him to remove an attachment on the Withering Cold turn.
No.
So.
Okay, so looks like Callum's chosen his plot pretty quickly. Adam there just taking time to consider. We might go for an economy plot here to try and get some characters on the board that can actually defend, seeing the rest of it's knelt. But I'm not sure how many cards he's actually got in hand there. 4, I think. Maybe 5. Yeah, it's going for a bit of economy. So we've got the trade routes into the Winter Festival, which is sad for Callum because the Winter Festival therefore won't work because trade routes is a summer traded plot.
It is. Yeah, winter being shut down.
And Callum going first.
He got the Great John. Why not? What Callum needs is a chud.
Yeah.
Not.
I mean, he could have sacrificed the old gate last turn to get some more cards.
He could have.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
It doesn't matter.
He's got a chud.
He has. Card and Shadow. A Racy Daisy.
This is looking better.
And no green icons. Maybe the Card and Shadows will be a green icon.
It probably is, right? Oh, well, I mean, I felt like Callum was on the back foot a little bit for the beginning of this game, but that board's looking a lot better. And if there is Mirror and Shadows, that could be handy. There's a few characters there that you'd probably like to blank going down the line. And with Skagos as well, Mirror's going to be able to go back in and out of Shadows. Assuming it is Mirror, but it probably is Mirror because it's
But what if it's a Bolton Flare?
Oh, it's not going to be a Bolton Flare. Look, he's even saved on gold.
But what if it's Shadow Politics?
Stop being a dork. Oh, Melisandre. Kneeling the Great John there. Which makes sense. I mean, he would just be restanding otherwise. And another Red Priest.
Winterfell archery range. That is
heck?
some spicy tech.
I don't even remember what that does. What does that do? Is that the boosty strength one?
Yeah, but the other 2 cards in Callum's hand are Arya's Gift in Gates of the Moon. Seems pretty bad. I can't believe someone's actually chosen the Winterfell archery range as a Red Priest target. That's a thing. That must be a first.
That's kind of funny.
Throughout the entire world, I bet that's never happened.
Someone must have done it at least once,
I bet that's
right?
never happened.
If you're watching this video and you've ever witnessed a Red Priest taking onto that archery range, please let us know.
It's never happened. I am so sure.
Should we ask people to comment below if they haven't seen it happen?
No, they haven't.
So Callum decided that using Skagos on the Winterfell Steward to restand the Great John was worth it. And he's probably right, because it means that he's going to get that board knelt with the Intimidate. So the military there being defended by the Red Priest, a reaction to winning the challenge as there are less than 3 plots, he's able to restand the Great John and claim their... I think so, the claim was actually.
Oh no, but whatever it was, went back to his hand. Was it Davos?
Ah, with Davos, yeah, that makes sense. And then a big power challenge here. So we've got Robb, the Great John, and Dacey. And this is probably just to go for the renown, I imagine. So you've got renown on Robb and Dacey. Trying to rush ahead a little bit here. And the Great John will also make sure that Melisandre's knelt either way. And then finally we have the Mirror coming out of shadows. So doing the intrigue, taking the unopposed, and then claim of the Poor Fellows. And remembering to sack the Old Gate this turn.
Yeah, it's a shame he wasn't able to use the Great John earlier before the Skagos trigger, because if he had, then he might have been able to get Miro out, do the intrigue challenge, then sack the Chud, stand the board, put Miro back in shadows and do the power challenge. He would have preferred to have done the whole action like that.
Yeah.
But that's what Cornwell did. See, people say Cornwell useless against Stark because of all the stand they've got, but what it does make them use up their resources quicker and in ways they don't really want to use it.
Yeah. Oh, another Winter Festival there. Into a forced march. Ooh, I mean, you can't just restand the board with Skagos, right?
He could, but again, it's not really when he wants to use it.
No.
He would rather be using his board twice in the challenge phase, not having to, use a Winterfell Steward with Skagos to stand the board so you can use your entire board once in the challenge phase.
Yeah.
Although that's more efficient than any other faction could do, it's not really what Dark want to do.
No. Adam here just deciding if he wants to kneel another military icon to get Robb knelt. I mean, it makes sense, because it means that Callum can't go into the power first and then restand everyone. So that's Callum's board pretty much entirely knelt out, apart from the Winterfell Steward. And it looks like Adam is going first, I think.
Looks like Callum's going first.
Or maybe Callum is. No, Adam's marshalling.
Callum just... Oh.
The third Red Priest? Seriously? Callum must be so annoyed.
Yeah, it's fair to say Callum is annoyed.
Oh no, and then the law trigger, meaning that the Winterfell Steward is now... Oh!
GG!
Oh, Callum wasn't happy with that.
Like, fuck this shit, I'm off. I'm not having this.
To be fair, I think like most of the rest of us are, off drinking, playing Mario Kart and shit by now. So probably just wanted to join in the fun, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, well, congratulations to Adam. I feel like if Callum had stuck in there, he could have done a bit more, to be honest. I know that his hand was hit again, but I don't know. I feel like he was in a pretty good position with his cards.
Do you feel like it was just a tilt from the third Red Priest?
Maybe. But, like I say, it was a casual tournament, a fun tournament.
Yeah, who
maybe
gives a shit?
Maybe not fun for Callum, but...
no one cared about winning the tournaments except Adam.
And you, apparently, because, yes, so if you didn't catch earlier, this was for the King of Swiss. We did then have a cut, but unfortunately I don't have the footage for that. And Richard won the whole tournament.
Yeah, smashed Adam in the final, probably.
Probably.
I think I did, actually.
Probably.
Yeah, wrecked.
Hopefully.
Get wrecked, Adam. Yeah, suck it.
Yeah, Adam knocked me out of the cut, so hopefully. All right, so we'll leave it there. We've got the Aldershot Battles of Zimmer Hall coming up as our next set. And thanks, as always, to everybody for watching the videos. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And, of course, thank you to all of our patrons for supporting us.
Lovely.
And we will see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.